Welcome back, everyone. Here we are. Yeah, we'll see your reactions in a second because for you, it's not revealed yet because of the 10-minute delay. I planned to introduce the special guest here by quoting one of the tweets. She said, a few years ago, I started to play this game and had no idea what will happen. New job, new friends, new location. And obviously, I don't work at Behavior, so we can scrap the job part out. But 6.5 years ago, I started to host Comp alongside with a lot of people now. Savannah, Kasi, we said thank you to them earlier. We are trying to sail this ship, and now we are here with you, with the one and only MandyTalk from Behavior Interactive. Mandy, hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you very much. I am very excited to be here today.
I'm so nervous, man. There are so many
we
things.
both are. We are both very nervous. People who know me know I don't do these things that often. I'm very much behind the scenes, so it's very nerve-wracking for me.
I'm so glad that you came in and said you're nervous as well, because now we can both kind of try to do the best thing here. But let's kick it off. A lot of people in here in DBDL are not so used to seeing people from Behavior in our chat, not yet alone on the campfire chat. So what do you do at Behavior? What is your task there? Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yep, I can for sure. So my current role is lead community development. So I'm the person that is responsible for getting your feedback to the design team, the production teams. We work really, really closely with design and production. And we run all our external channels. So forums, Discords, that sort of thing. That's where my team is very, very active. It's very much design-led, so we work super closely with designers, making sure that what goes out to the players is what the players are looking for, what they want, getting the feedback, having the discussions over that feedback with the teams, that sort of thing. It's an interesting role. I started off as a moderator for DBD, working on the forums way back in the day, and then I've quickly risen up to this level, and I've been building this team for the last couple of years, and we're in a place where my team is utterly solid. We're lucky that Behavior gives us a huge amount of support, so they really love to get that feedback from the players and have these direct interactions with our players.
Yeah, one thing I can tell you guys, Mandy is doing a lot. She just told us everything she's trying to cover. And I can say from our perspective, you've been a great guide as well. You have so much experience. And every time we were talking, and we are talking for quite a long time now, I left the meetings and I felt like I learned something new today. I learned something important on how we better handle DBDLeague from now on. So for everything you do, and obviously for this support that you guys are now giving us, a huge thank you from all of us. I'm seeing the chat reaction next to us. The community seems to absolutely...
It's so strange because I didn't realize the amount of delay. So it's like I joined the call and then it wasn't started. And I'm like, am I late? Am I early? I got panicked. And then you started talking and I'm like, hang on, but I'm listening to you on the stream as well. So, yeah, it's a Saturday. I'm not the smartest on a Saturday.
Okay, so now we talk about DBDLeague, officially supported by Behavior. I'm not believing that I would ever say that. A lot of people consider that unrealistic for a long time, even though they were hoping for this. Can you tell us a little bit more? How does Behavior see the competitive scene, the competitive side of DBD?
It's interesting because we've supported you for quite some time. We've given you blood points or iridescent shards, that sort of thing for competition winners. We're going to be retweeting your tweets just to highlight that the tournament is live and happening on your channels and things like that. So it's something that we have supported kind of behind the scenes, I guess, for quite some time. But for us, and for me in particular, is that competitive scene is a community. it's a community within a community. And because we work in community management, it is our responsibility to help you support your communities. So that's kind of the way it's seen from our side. I will put a caveat here, and this is something that Dyer and I have discussed many times. Just because we are supporting DBDLeague and the comp scene, people don't need to panic that we're now going to be changing the game for competitive side, because you guys have your own rules. You make up all that hard work to have got these rules into place, to have got that balancing into place. That is not going to come into the main game. So I just want to be clear about that straight up. It's not going to change our main game. Comp scene is all in custom matches, and we have our own balancing, and we're hoping that we can help with making that balancing a bit easier to do. As you've seen, we started with the custom game improvements, and the first one came out last week with the release of the FNAF chapter, and there's going to be more coming in the future for the custom games. So we're hoping to make your lives as tournament organizers and casters much easier. So that's the way we see the competitive side.
Yeah, that's the most important aspect there about the panic, right? We are not trying to take over behavior.
No.
And we are not doing that yet. No, but
yet, Dyer.
No, but I think this is what we can just emphasize on as well. It is not our goal to interfere with everyone who just wants to play DBD as a party game in the evening. We are doing our little stuff here. We're hoping for extending the bubble a little bit, but don't fear us. And with a lot of tutorials that we are working on the side of DBDLeague, a lot of starter guides, you might even want to test Comp very soon. Because so far, everyone who actually did said afterwards, Comp is a lot of fun. So maybe you want to try out as well. And maybe just the following question to that. You mentioned already you have retweeted us in the past. You have given a little bit of support here and there, obviously about some future things we cannot talk today yet. But we both agree that higher prize pools and just bumping up the stream is not enough to make the competitive scene more successful, because money being thrown on something is a little bit too easy. We talk a lot about community interaction and a lot of misconceptions about Comp. Is there something you can tell us about that on the community approach?
Yeah, I would really love our team, my team in particular, to be a lot more involved within that community, because right now it does feel as if it's like your community is slightly separate, and I would love to be able to kind of bring you into the fold so that my team is interactive more with your team and your great community managers that you have working with you. So I think that we would really like to expand on that and be more involved within your community. So it's not just me here today talking. It's going to be myself, my team, having these discussions more often with you, mixing within your community. Because I see a lot of names in your chat that I know, that I recognize, but also a whole lot that I don't know. And I think I would really, really like to be able to get to know those people and to build that relationship.
Yeah, this today sets the sail, right?
It does. It definitely does. The chat's going insane. I'm not cooking. Whoever's saying I'm cooking in chat, I'm not cooking.
They are absolutely going wild there, and it is so weird to be 10 minutes in the future. But
it's scary.
I mean, so far you are
my
cooking.
brain is not that. My brain is not thinking 10 minutes in the future, so I'm reading the chat now.
Today, we also got handed over, you guys have seen it on the artwork, we got handed a badge that we are now using on the stream, the official support from BHVR. And it is just the start of an incredible journey. If I may ask you, 2 years from now, if you look at the comp scene, if you look at DBDLeague, where do you see us 2 years from now?
I think it's going to be growing a lot. I think the competitive side, I think we've both seen it, that it's grown a lot over the last couple of years. And I think especially in the last 12 months. And I'm hoping that continues to grow. I would personally love to see different leagues happening within DBDLeague so that you have that top level. And then even, people making it easier step for everybody to get into the competitive scene. And I know you've started to do that with quite a few of the things you've been running with the Survivor Friends happening. And I think more of that happening is going to be fantastic. And it makes it feel that it's more accessible to people. And I think that's something that's really important. I think people tend to have that feeling that the comp scene isn't accessible to them when it really, really is. And I think having different leagues within the DBD league, so having that top tier, mid tier, etc., will help to open up that door. And that's something I'd really love to see happening. Can't say it's going to be in 2 years. It's like 2 years is a long time in DBD world. It is, as you've seen over this last year, how much everything is growing.
That's true. Yeah, 2 years is a lot. And how at the same time, the time is running so fast, right? When you guys did that tweet, we have our 9th anniversary. I was like, there's no way that DVD is turning 9. And then I looked back and I was like, oh yeah, it actually is 9 years.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable. Like this week has been insane for DBD. We beat our numbers on Steam, and it's something that we were all really, really excited about, and literally spent many hours just refreshing that button, just checking the numbers, that sort of thing. So I think DBD itself is growing, and I think that's great for DBDLeague and for our competitive scene, because the knock-on effect is that will also grow. And there's a lot more that we at BHVR want to do, as you've seen with the custom game improvements that we've recently started working on. And I'm going to say the comp scene has been fantastic in that help. We couldn't get to this stage without you. We actually set up a focus group that included some casters, some comp players, and they had a long discussion with myself, Eric, and quite a few other people that were like the vice president of DBD, for example. They had a discussion with them to explain what they wanted and what would help. So to make sure that we were directing our custom game improvements in ways that can help competitive scene, because you guys are probably the biggest users of this feature, the custom match feature. So to have everybody on the same page within internally about what is needed has been fantastic, and it's been so helpful to us. So we're very, very grateful to the people that took part in that for us, and I'm looking forward to more in the future.
And in best case, it also, especially now with all the people coming in new, right? You guys just broke the all-time player record with the new DLC. Congratulations.
We did. Thank you.
and we have so many new faces, right? And I hope for Comp DBD kind of also being like a little bit of a navigation to like, this is the level I can reach. And then I have motivation to get better in DBD, to stay motivated to play the game, to learn every aspect of the game. And that would be great, right? If it works a little bit for all the newcomers or the new faces that are coming into the community, to also show them this is how far the journey can get here.
It is. I think DBD is an interesting game in that not everybody wants to play competitively. Some people just want to chill, have some fun, and others really do want to work to get to the competitive standard. And I think that's the joy of it, that they're able to do things like that within the game. And having DBDLeague and having DBDLeague being there and opened up to a wide variety of players, I think has been fantastic. And it's made Comp DBD feel more accessible and more reachable. And I think that's something that's really, really important.
And we will be even more reachable in persona, you could say, because DBDLeague is working on a LAN tournament 2026.
Yay!
too much info to share on that yet, guys, just that it is in the making. Mandy, how do you see a LAN tournament? What do you think about that?
This, I think, is going to be really exciting. I think having the players in one place playing against each other, so you're not going to have ping coming into the situation. And I think it could be a massive event. And I think that can really, really grow over the years. And it'd be fantastic to see like this big annual event of DBD LAN in conjunction with DBDLeague. I think this is going to be brilliant. And I've got major hopes that you're going to pull this off next year. I think I've got every faith in you, Daya, that this is going to be a fantastic tournament.
Pressure!
No pressure at all. No pressure at all. You've got this.
Let's see. The team has to carry that. All of the guys here in DBD,
I know
it's like, to carry
I know it's not just you. I know you've got a massive amount of support, and honestly, it's fantastic. We had a brief chat just now, and it's been really, really nice to meet people that are on your team, working with you and helping to make this successful. Because believe me, people, there is a lot of goes on behind the scenes that you don't see, and how hard these people work to make this and bring this to you. It's amazing. So a big shout out to your team.
I still feel like we are a little bit in a dream right now, but I slowly start to realize that it is happening. I have one more serious question to you, and then one more fun question.
Okay.
But we know a lot of people it cycles a little bit back to the community we talked about earlier. A lot of people, let's call it the normal or casual community, are a little bit skeptical about competitive DBD. And we admit sometimes the competitive community does carry a little bit of responsibility on achieving that. That's why we are working on achieving the opposite now. But in general, when we talk about some mechanics, the balancing, a lot of people are skeptical about Comp DBD. What would you tell people like this that are saying, Comp DBD, I don't know about that. I feel like that's weird or unusual. What would you tell them, or do you have a wish towards them?
I think I would like to say approach it with an open mind. I think, as I alluded to earlier, that people worry that because we support DBDLeague and we support competitive play, that will filter into the main game. That isn't true. It's not going to filter into the main game. We will hopefully be able to help with things on the custom game improvements to help that you improve the tournaments, that sort of thing. But it's not going to filter into the main game. We're not going to balance the main game for the comp players. I would really love people to approach comp with a very open mind and see that people enjoy competing. You have teams that are playing that wouldn't be playing if it wasn't fun for them. And just to, accept that maybe people have differences, that some people like to play casually, some people like to play to win, some people want to challenge themselves and play against the best. And I think that's where things like ladder matches are really, really great. And I might want to try that myself at some point, but I need lessons. I'm going to need some help. And I think that's like a big part, is accepting that Comp DBD exists. It's a big community. It's a growing community. People like to competitive. People like to win. We see it in everything. You've got amateur athletics, for example. You've got more professional athletics. People like that tournament level. They like to win. And I'd love to be able to see more of that happening and have the acceptance of that. And maybe it's not something that everybody's into. Some people like to play casually, and that is perfectly okay. Nobody's saying you have to be competitive. Having both things exist doesn't detract from the one. Oh, that sounded really profound. That's not like me on a Saturday morning.
But I'm so glad you mentioned that, because this was always my number one answer when people asked, why are you turning DBD into a comp game? Very often it sounds like we are brutally taking the concept of Dead by Daylight and turning it into a comp game. And a lot of people also say the devs never intended it to be a comp game. And this was always my answer. I was always like, well, but we see little kids running around and saying, let's see who's the first over there at this wall. Let's try to run and race against each other. And it is in our nature a little bit. So I feel like if some people say, I want to play Dead by Daylight on the highest possible level against someone else, and I want to compare my performance against someone else, that is just as fine. And as said, again, if you guys want to just chill in DBD at a Saturday evening, we will not touch you. You are safe from us.
Yeah, both things exist. Both things exist, and both things are equally as valuable.
And now, Mandy, the number one question: will we ever see a developer team playing in one of the DBDLeague tournaments?
I doubt it.
No.
You have to realize that we work on this game 40 hours a week and then some. So we don't have the time. Like, your comp players put in so much time to practice. It's not like, yes, I know these people are naturally probably really good at games. You see it and they turn to another game and they're still really, really good. Some of us have to work harder than others to be good at games. As anybody who's seen me with my 6,000 plus hours in DBD, they will know that. So I don't think you'll see us playing comp. You see quite a few of us watching it on the quiet, because a lot of us do enjoy that competitive side, even if we don't play it ourselves. But like I know in part of the question, we had these questions written out beforehand, guys, just so I could have an idea of which way to take this discussion. You know that I play Survivor Friends a lot with the senior designer, Jeff. And he's a senior live designer, and he's also been a killer designer in the past. He designed Wesker, and he's probably going to shout at me for saying that. But he and I play constantly. There's this feeling that devs don't play the game. And it's like, no, we really, really do. I've got thousands of hours I've played since day one. It's this is how I got this job, was like starting when I played DBD. And same as Jeff. Jeff plays. We also have a lot of other developers that play on live, that play the game at a really good level, but they don't always announce themselves as a developer. Quite naturally, you know what it's like. They just want to chill in the game. They're not in work at that time. They want to play and chill in the game. And that's perfectly okay. We work hard on the game. It's our full-time job. You don't always want to do a full-time job and then go and have to practice to get to the competitive level, because that is a lot of hours. Yeah, that's very fair. That's very fair. Yeah, Jeff, if you are hearing this, 1v1 ladder, it's waiting for you. Jeff's really, really good. Jeff is a juicer. He is, and we're also silly when we play together, and we're like, we'll compete within each other. It's like, how many head-ons can we get per match? That sort of thing. Who's going to beat who? And he also sandbags me a lot. And in fairness, I sandbag him quite a bit as well. So yeah, we have a lot of fun with the game.
And that is the most important. Like, if you can say that after 9 years still working on the game and playing this game, and still able to say, I have a lot of fun with it, this is honestly something very, very beautiful.
It's a special game that keeps evolving, and I think that's why. So you keep the interest, you keep the hours. There's loads of people that have got thousands of hours in the game, that they've invested their time in this game, and that's so important and means a huge amount to every single person that works on the game.
Yeah, and we will definitely keep grinding over here in DBD. We will be the last portion of players that ever drops. And now comes the most controversial question at the end. I'm sorry that I have to ask you this, but Season X, Mandy, who should take the win? Who is your favorite team?
Oh, my favorite team, and who should take the win? Okay, I'm European. You might have been able to tell by the accent. So whilst I'm living in Montreal, I'm Welsh from the UK. So obviously a European team is going to mean a lot to me. And I have been a secret supporter of Elysium for very many years now. So I would love to see Elysium win everything. I think after today's performance that I've watched, I think Invictus are going to be incredibly hard to beat.
That is very true.
Their range of killers that they can compete at, as well as their survivors, I think they're very, very strong. But this year, it just feels closer than ever before. And I think that's been fascinating. And I think that says a lot for how the league is growing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who wins. And you're going to come back to me when this is over and say, see, you were wrong or you were right. And I'm holding you to it, Daya.
Oh, God. I don't want to be held to that. Okay, but Mandy, I feel like this was an amazing talk with you here. Thank you so much for stepping in, because you guys have to know Mandy has weekend basically, and now we have dragged her up here on stage, which is basically work. I can say from my own experience, Mandy, you have been an incredible help and assistant towards us. You have guided us. You have so much experience. Every time we are meeting up, we are meeting in Microsoft Teams, so we can even see each other while yapping.
Yeah.
It is usually a little bit of serious stuff, and then we yap a lot of other things. I really appreciate this chemistry we have, the connection that we could build over the past couple of years at this point almost. And obviously, guys, there's a bit of stuff to come that we cannot talk about yet. So I'm asking for your understanding as well. Yeah, there are plans, but we cannot reveal everything, asking for your understanding on that. But Mandy, thank you so much for being here with us today, for coming out on the stage on your Saturday, for this support, for behavior stepping in. I'm telling you, 6.5 years ago, when the first tournament came up on stage, we always had the dream of getting involved with behavior, yet we never really believed it. And now we are here, and I have so many things to say and in my head, but they are all not making sense. So just thank you, Mandy.
They make sense. I understand it. Thank you so much for having me here. It's been an utter pleasure. Like, it's always an utter pleasure to talk to you and your team, and I'm really happy to be here, and I'm happy that, you know, our support is public, and so that, you know, we can build something together. I'm happy to be part of that, and thank you very much, and for all the work that you do for making these tournaments for your whole team, and for everybody watching, being here, turning up, watching the streams, supporting your own team. I love it. I love to see it. That's the community in itself, and you should all be proud of yourselves.
Thank you so much, Mandy. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are wrapping it up. We sent you on a short please stand by. We are back with Elysium versus Nocron next, which is an absolute incredible game, fighting for the playoffs and the placement up there. Mandy, I'll let you take the outro, and I'll see you soon, guys.
Putting me on the spot, right? Well, everybody, enjoy the next round of matches and enjoy your day and stay safe. Take care. Thank you very much. Bye.